good day. Welcome to attend Hikvision HCSE VMS training program. Today we will introduce access control system operation with Hikcentral Professional version 2.5. To start, it's important to know what you can expect from this course. By the time you finish, you will have a solid grasp on how to manage access control device, manage person and access level on Hikcentral Pro, and then master how to monitor real-time and history records and events. This course is composed of configuration and application parts. Resource management, person management, and access level management are all compulsory configuration steps. Troubleshooting is a great way to check the device and person status after configuration steps. The final part is application of access control, including real-time monitoring and identity access search for records and events. Before we start with configuration, we should firstly know about the structure of access control system. Access control devices, including multi-door controller, fingerprint, and face recognition terminal, are connected with the Hikcentral Professional server via network. In Hikcentral Professional version 2.5, the access control devices in remote sites can be managed by central sites. As well as access control devices are added on the platform, multi-credentials can be employed with Hikcentral Professional, such as card, fingerprint, face, QR code, iris, PIN code, and Bluetooth. Okay, now let us start to configure access control system on Hikcentral Professional. Here is wizard showing us the essential steps. Firstly, there are three key elements: person, time, and door needs to be configured on the platform. Then go to access level. It defines which persons can get access to which doors during the authorized time periods. Finally, assign access levels to persons so that the persons can get access to specified locations during the authorized time period. After introducing the main configuration steps to you, it is the time to show you operation on my platform. Log in for management. For the first time of configuration, you can follow the wizard. Like we introduced before, the key elements of access control is door, time, and person, right? The first step is configuration of access control device. You can add access control devices to the system for access permission configuration, time and attendance management, etc. If you have multiple inactive devices, you are required to create a password to activate them after adding them to the platform. Besides activating the devices one by one, you can also batch activate multiple devices which have the same password simultaneously. The active online access control devices in the same local subnet with the current web client or sys server will be displayed on a list. You can add online devices one by one or add multiple online devices in a batch. Select an active device that you want to add on the platform and click Add to Device List. And if the detected online access control devices share the same username and password, you can add multiple devices at a time. And if you know the IP address or domain of the access control device you want to add on the platform, you can add a device by specifying its IP address, username, and password. Switch on Add Resource to area to import the resources, including alarm inputs, alarm outputs, and access points to an area. Click Add. Okay? If the access control devices you want to add to the platform share the same user account and they are in the same IP segment, you can add them to the platform by specifying the start and end IP address, username, and password. Or you can batch import by filling in the template. And for access control devices supporting ISAP4 or later protocol, you can add them by specifying a predefined device ID and a key. This is a cost-effective choice when you need to manage access control devices that do not have fixed IP address. Okay, so now I add these two access devices in my platform. Hikcentral Professional provides areas to manage the added resources in different groups. And here in the area, you can add the information of doors. Click the door name. And here in this page, you can add the name for the door. There are more settings for doors, such as door contact mode, open duration, and etc. And here you can also link camera to the door. So later, when we real-time monitor this door, we can view the live view of this camera. And you also can trigger the auto capture by this linked camera. And click Save. So if you want to apply this door name to the device, you can click here and then apply door name. The second step is adding person information to the platform. Firstly, add a person department. When there are a large number of persons managed in the platform, you can put the persons into different departments. For example, you can group employees of a company to different departments. And under this department, you can add a sub-department. Then you can add a person in the person department. Multiple methods are provided for you to add persons to the platform. You can add a person one by one. And if you want to add multiple persons at a time, you can import persons by downloading and filling in a template, or import persons from access control devices or video intercom devices. So let us start with adding person one by one. The default ID is generated by the platform. You can modify it if needed. And here you can select a department for the person and input the first name and last name and effective period and date of employment for this person. And you can select from these three modes to add a picture. The first method is upload from device, such as access control device, video intercom device, or enrollment station. And second method is capture picture on the PC's webcam. And third method is upload picture from PC. The face can be used for face recognition terminal, and other credentials can be added here, including card, fingerprint, and iris. Firstly, configure the issue mode. It could be card enrollment station, or card reader. Select the device in the system and select card reader. Now I prefer to use this card enrollment station. Okay, and click this plus sign. And swipe card on the card enrollment station. So you see the card number is automatically collected in the system. and save. And then it's similar for the fingerprint. Select USB fingerprint recorder and click plus sign. And similar for the errors. Click save. So see, now for Carol, she can open the door with the face, the fingerprint, the card. And this allow login to self-service means employee can log in to self-service on the platform. The login account is person ID and password is defaultly the same as person ID. And then, when you need to add multiple employees on the system, you can choose to import persons in batch. Firstly, you can batch add persons to the platform easily by importing a template, an Excel file. You can choose what information you want to be included in the template. It will include the ID, the person name, department, and you can select whether you want to collect the enrollment date, or email, or PIN code, or phone number, and other parameters. And download. In the downloaded template, enter the person information following the rules shown in the template. The department need to follow the format. All departments and / department name. Click Save and go back to the web client. Okay, so imported 4 persons in the system. You can select them and to move them to other department. Okay, then the second method is importing the users in the AD domain. But you need to make sure you have configured Active Directory settings in advance. The third method is suitable for you if you use face recognition terminal for access control. So multiple persons' profile pictures need to be added on the system. Import profile pictures. You need to select a zipped file containing the profile pictures. Here is a note for naming rule of profile pictures. The naming format needs to be first name plus last name and ID. Here I have a file folder. You see I have these 3 profile pictures and I name them with their first name and last name and ID. Okay? And then I go back to the web client and select this zipped file. And select department for these persons. If you want the face recognition terminal to check the face picture quality, you can select it and import. Okay, then the fourth method is importing persons from access control device or the video intercom devices. If the aided access control devices and video intercom devices already have configured with person information, you can get the person information from these devices and import it to the platform. The person information that can be include the person names, the profile pictures, and credentials, effective periods, person roles, and etc. And for some companies, it is more convenient to let persons register for themselves. So you can click Basic Configuration and click Self-Registration Settings. You can generate a QR code for them to scan, and after scanning this generated QR code by smartphone, the persons can enter their personal information on self-registration page. And if you have enabled Review Self-Registered Persons function, you need to review and approve their person informations. Otherwise, they cannot be added to the system. Okay, here we talked about variable methods to add persons on the platform, and it also provides a convenient way to batch issue cards to multiple persons. Go back to Person and select Multiple Persons. And click Issue Cards to Persons. You also can do some card issuing settings. Okay, then put the card of these persons one by one to the card enrollment station. Then the system will get this card number.